Andrew McCART, IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Delighted to be joined by my good friend TYRONE McKENNA, aka the Madman, the Mighty Kill. What's happening, Ty? How's things?
I'm all good. Just chilling, training away, taking over, waiting for a fight date and hopefully an opponent.
Well, let's talk. Let's go just jump straight into it then, hoping for an opponent. Now, I come back from Vegas on Tuesday. On Wednesday, I've seen that you and Regis PROGRAIS are going at it on Twitter. Now, he's called you a tall prick. You said he's not tall enough to go on the rides in Disneyland. I mean, what the heck is going on, Ty?
Look, I just see a month ago, after my fight, my win for the WBO and the Continental, I was on the phone to my management. They were with his manager, and they offered me the PROGRAIS fight. And as like 100%, I'd fight him every day of the week, twice on a Sunday. Said I'd love that fight. Sam said, right, I'll try and get it sorted. And a month passed, and I don't know whether Sam went into hiding, PROGRAIS went into hiding, someone ran away and went into hiding. So I seen, so nothing happens from that. It was like, right, that's dead in the water. And I seen him slabbering, giving Josh Taylor shit, and I said, fuck it. It's an opportunity to confront him, get a bit of slabbering. Something that would, you know, I love to do is follow like fighters. And I said, let's go. And he responded, and we've had a bit of back and forth, and hopefully now the fight can get made. It's a fight. He said he's the most avoided fighter in the 140-pound division. Well, I'm here, ready to fight, willing to fight anytime. Over in his side of the pond, over here in the UK, in anywhere, I'll fight him any place at any date. I said for him to get his manager, to phone my manager, and get it sorted, because it's a fight I fucking love. You know what I love? One thing I love is tough fights and wars, and I believe that's what that would be. A fan-friendly, exciting, fun fight. And let's get it made.
Well, Ty, listen, I don't think there's been a boring fight, man. You might say the O'Hara Davis fight was a boring fight in your own terms, the way you normally fight. But it's a fight a lot of people thought you won anyway. But for you, you mentioned your management and his management and stuff like that. But what have you said to your management team? Have you, since that Twitter back and forth, have you spoke to anyone in your management team? Have you made it clear that you want Regis PROGRAIS next?
I was on the phone straight away. The first time I said I want to make it happen, I didn't know whether it was what kind of percentage it would happen. But after last night, I was straight on the phone and said, look, make us fight my next fight. I don't want no one else but PROGRAIS. And my management is going to try their best to try and sort it. And I said, any show makes sense. PROGRAIS, he gets what he wants from his fight. He fight me. It's going to be, it could be easily for the WBO eliminator for the world title, and then he gets the Josh Taylor rematch, which he's begging for. So it works in his favor as well. It makes sense for him. So I can't see why it won't happen. It's a fight that I think all the fans would want to see. It's an exciting fight, and it, as he says, he's the most. He wants to self-proclaim that he's one of the most avoided fighters in the division. But I'm here to offer him a fight and offer him an opportunity, because no one wants to fight him because he has nothing to give. He has no top fighters want to fight him because he has no world titles, no world belts. He's a dangerous opponent. So I'm here giving him the fight, a fight. It could be for a world title eliminator, and then he can fight Josh Taylor. But that won't happen because he'll get battered by me.
Well, you must have a ranking now in the WBO. I'm guessing you must be top 10 sitting somewhere, are you?
Yeah, I'm somewhere around there. I'm ranked with the WBO anyway, and so it makes sense. PROGRAIS, it makes sense.
Ty, speak to me. Like, we've seen PROGRAIS against Josh Taylor. We've seen him against Ndongo. We've seen him against like top level opponents and stuff like that. And he is a skillful, talented fighter. He is probably an elite fighter. He's a former world champion and stuff like that. So how do you beat PROGRAIS then?
Break his heart. We all know I love a war. I can take a shot. I mean, he's a big puncher, but I believe in my chin. I believe I can take the biggest punchers there is in the division. So I'm not worried about that. I believe my work rate, my height. I have a massive height advantage, as I said in the tweet. I have a massive height advantage over him, and just balls to burn. There's no one with bigger heart, and more balls than me. A high work rate. I just believe that Prograis be suited to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he is a small, stocky southpaw. You're a tall, lanky southpaw. Could we read into that and think that you're going to cancel each other out? And
no, because it doesn't even matter if I'm southpaw or 6 foot or 2 foot. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to walk forward. I'm going to be square on, and I'm going to be fighting like I'm a 5 foot boxer. So that's going to be no problem. He's going to stand there in the pocket. I'm going to stand there in the pocket, and I believe it's going to be a war. And a war that I'd love.
You're a madman. I've got to give you that. But win, lose or draw against Prograis, man, it's an elite level opponent that you've screamed for. You've said that you want to be world champion, but you've made it clear that you want Josh to vacate them first because you don't want to fight Josh. I don't know if you're just being funny or being tongue in cheek with that one, but I mean, it's going.
Look, I like Josh. Josh is a mate of mine, so it'd be easy. It'd be nicer if he just vacated. But look, I'd fight him as well. I'd fight any man. Don't worry about that. But look, he is an elite fighter. I said every fight, after every fight, I don't. And my big thing isn't to be world champion or have an easy way to the world title. Yeah. It's to fight the toughest fights there is out there. Prograis, no doubt, he is one of the toughest fights in my division. But it's a fight that I would love and it would excite me, and I think it would excite the fans, and that's what I'm all about. I'm about giving the fans what they want, giving the most. I've always said I want to be one of the most entertaining fighters in Ireland, and I think this kind of fight and me stepping up this kind of fight proves that I do want to be I'm not all talk. I want to actually fight the hardest fights out there, and REGIS Prograis probably is one of the toughest fights out there, bar Josh Taylor. So I'm a man of my word for the people.
Can you, well, I'm going to give you the title. You are one of the most entertaining fighters in Ireland anyway, so I'm giving you that title because I've seen nearly all your fights, man. So I'm giving you that title. Don't worry about that. But can you imagine you and Regis being made and then fighting on the Taylor undercard in Glasgow? I mean,
do you know what? That makes perfect sense. Get it, say a WBO world title eliminator, me and Prograis. And then whoever wins that is going to be fighting Taylor anyway if he doesn't move up. So it makes sense. It'd be all fucking believable. And then I can call it Josh Taylor after beat Regis. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm thinking you think Josh is going to beat Jack then?
Yeah. Yeah. And look, Jack's unbelievable, and he has the power to hurt Josh Taylor. Don't get me wrong, he's a skillful fighter, but I honestly believe Josh Taylor is one of the best, not in the world, but he's one of the best around in the UK and everything. He's just a complete package. So I am leaning towards him in the Jack fight. But don't get me wrong, Jack is an unbelievable talent as well.
Are you going to continue your sort of Twitter war of words where we just up until this fight is made? I know that your division is stacked. It's 140-pound division is stacked domestically in the UK, Ireland, and at international level. But Regis, is it Regis for you? And that's it? Because now you've got a little taste and you've got a little sample of. Yeah, I mean, I know in your head you're already thinking about this fight.
It's either Prograis or I'm disappointed. Basically, I've got my.
Your juices flowing.
Yeah, my juices flowing for a Prograis fight. So that's the man I want. Anything less, I'm going to be disappointed. So yes, that's who I want. Look, hopefully it gets made. I'm sure Prograis wants it made. As I said, and he said, he's a very avoided fighter, so he'd want to get out. I know he's saying about Mickey Garcia, Josh Taylor and stuff. So he's obviously going to want to get. But they both have fights. He obviously wants to get out himself. So. Like, why wouldn't he want to make it? Why wouldn't I want to make it? It's an exciting fight. Let's get it fucking made.
He comes with the trash talk as well, man. Like he won't back down from you in any way. The face-offs, the press conferences, and stuff like that. If the fight was made, man, are you ready for that?
It wouldn't be a face-off. It'd be a chest to face-off. But Listen, I'm ready for it all. Don't you get me wrong. I'm not worried about it. I do know I love back and forth, and it hypes me up for a fight, that kind of shit. See, when there's kind of, you've ran your mouth so much and he's ran his mouth so much, and then there's pressure on, there's added pressure, but that kind of pressure drives me in a fight. I love it. And you have to say to yourself, look, I have to go out there and absolutely and be true to my word, and what I say in the build-up happens. So listen, that's something I live for in boxing, is people mouthpieces like him.
Listen, I know you do, mate, but I wanted to step away from that. Did you manage to see the heavyweight clash at the weekend there with Fury versus Wilder 3?
What a fight. That man is a legend. Like, he went out and he absolutely, like, it was the most exciting fight I've watched in a long, long time. Like, this is two big, huge units going at it. He hurt him, then he got hurt, and then he hurt him. It was just back and forth and back and forth, and you half an hour you're going, who's going to win this fight? And then I think our Whaler kind of slowed down because he was exhausted, and funny enough, him ripped the shreds. Tyson Fury with the dad bod, and he's the fitter man in there. That's impressive. It shows you it's not all about looks. And his engine captain carried him on, and he had an incredible win. I mean, normally, like if you set an alarm and you get up at 4 in the morning to watch, or 5 in the morning to watch the fight, it never lives up to the hype. This one, I wasn't even too excited about getting up to watch it, but I said, fuck it, it's the heavyweight title of the world. I'm watching this, and I thank God I did. It was unbelievable. It just had everything you wanted.
Listen, I was lucky enough, man. I can't so lucky to be there and watch that one live, because as I said after the fight, it's not just one of the best heavyweight fights I've seen live. It's one of the best fights I've seen live, because you know heavyweights.
Yeah, it was a way.
Heavyweights get knocked down, but they hardly ever get back up. You know what I mean? They stay down because they're heavyweights. But for the 5 knockdowns, it's unreal.
There were some punches Tyson Fury got hit with, and I was like you seen one where he got punched by Wilder, and the ripples went from his head right down to his stomach. I was like, how the fuck did he stand up for?
You see, all he did was just roll over into his front, spit on the floor, and got back up. He's an absolutely crazy man.
He's a goat.
He definitely is. He's a good man. And listen, Wilder, man, he wanted to go out on his shield, and he done exactly that, man. So I know.
The Wilder,
definitely, man.
Great fight, but here, bit of a dick at the end of it.
He's posted on his Instagram. He's congratulated Tyson on his Instagram in the last hour. So he has congratulated him and thanked him. Yeah, he's done it. So he has. You know, the heat of the battle, Ty. You know what it's like.
I know, he's probably really down the dumps. So you know what? Fuck it. You're gutted after you get beat. So he didn't even know what he was saying, probably. Back to
Regis, back to you then, man. Before I let you go, Ty, have you got a message for Regis Prograis? Make it juicy.
You know, listen, see what people say, I'll put you on the spot. And you're like,
I know, I always put you on the spot.
Just all I want is that guy to fucking get on his manager and tell his manager to ring my manager and get this fucking sorted, because I want to smash him.
Listen, that plain and simple, man. Ty, the reason I wanted to get you on, because I was watching on Twitter on my flight home and stuff like that, and I was like, man, I need to get Ty on the blow. I need to get Zoom call and see if he's so serious to get this made.
I was actually going to message you, because I was going to call out half the division. I'm just going to start calling out everyone, but now this beef started with the PROGRAIS. I'm going to cool off on everyone else. Leave them for another day.
Listen, don't make me go back on Twitter and say that you've done all that. You were just starting shit again, man. Right? Take a couple of days off, man. Right, Ty. Listen, are you down in Dublin just now? You training away?
No, you know what? My girlfriend's granddad passed away, so the funeral tomorrow. But so I'm just in the middle of cooking up a bit of couscous and a bit of chicken, eating healthy, trying to get a bit of weight off. I don't know if you can see I'm a bit chubby.
Nah, man. You have a beard. Normally you have a beard to hide that chubbiness. But listen, Ty, man, get back to your cooking, man. And listen, you deserve a big fight like Regis, and Regis is a good friend of mine now, and he is a beast. And listen, I know you like to go to war.
Listen, I don't think my man, people are going, oh, fuck Tyrone, no chance. Listen, I know recent progress is lethal, but that's the kind of fights I want. I don't want easy fights. It's not what I'm into. So give me lethal any day over shit. I don't want shit.
There we go. We'll Ty, get back to your cooking, man. Fingers crossed for you. I hope that the next time I speak to you, man, I can see a graphic from someday. PROGRAIS, McKENNA. That's what I want.
That's it.
Or McKENNA PROGRAIS, whichever you want to do it.
Listen, I'm okay. I'm first. I'm eighth.
I'm the side. Right, man.